the new boy. Yes, I am the new boy. Yes, I am the new boy. Yes, I am the new boy.
I remember when I just gave my life to the Lord and coming into gospel music. The first event I went to was something called a pilgrimage. I just came from an event, a secular event, because I was going through my transition, and I went to the pilgrimage. Seeing so much of people, it had something to do with red, so much of people in red, and thinking to myself down in the mob too, this is a place where I normally go for insomnia, and seeing it pack out. But this time, you know, it's not about no whining or jamming. It's just about people giving God praise. And the mass, the turnout was so huge. I was thinking, you know what I mean? I didn't know churches do like that. From then, you know, seeing other events like Nicole Ballasting, she had something called Nicole Ballasting, 2001, 2002, these types of things. And again, the stadium having so much people. And I think now it's difficult to see that if you're having an event, international or even local, it's very difficult, or sometimes could be bordering on impossible to have more than 1,000 people. I don't know what has transpired between then to now, but I think that people lose, you know, their love or their respect, understand, for what God is doing in their own land.
I, Curtis Jordon, remember when those days came when we went to pilgrimage. That was some good years ago. Some good years when it was just the energy and the atmosphere of gospel music that artists coming from all over the Caribbean just to be part of pilgrimage. And I didn't know much about it until I got there and I really saw the passion of the gospel artists on the stage, and I said, man, one day I would be on that stage. And this is what I am today.
I remember the days of Spectacular Forum, when Spectacular Forum was the hotspot for gospel music. Everything used to be happening at Spectacular Forum. I remember the days, and you know, when I now coming to gospel music, there was a greater excitement to go out and minister the word. There was the unadulterated word of God in the music, you know, coming out anywhere. Anytime you could call our brethren, 2-3 of you all would just, you know, come together. You'll go up Toko and set up some barrels and some fly, you know, no big set of special effects, and you know, you put on a nice, you have some nice ministry on the street corners there, you know. Yeah, remember those days. It was really good.
I remember when Jamie Thomas and Pearl Chase used to be, I think it was 104. It was called Caribbean Light Tempo. It was called Gospel Tempo, and that used to be like 4 a.m. in the morning. I think for me, as we're gospel music locally, Jamie, I would say, is one of the revolutionary people to kick the gospel music off and give local artists a space and a forum to let the music be heard. So definitely, I think that's probably 1997 or 1996 or something like that. No, 1993. So those are the days I remember.
Alright, so I was born in 89. So I remember growing up, you know, looking on from in the crowd, from heaping like 17 of us into a car and heading up the road for Nicole and crazy stuff, you know. My family, my mother sings, and they would always encourage us in the music and in God. So, you know, I remember seeing showing with the 10-foot jumping on a stage from since I was like 7. I started singing so long ago, well, to me. But you know, looking back at the times then, I remember happy times. I remember times leaving concerts soaking wet with sweat from just praising and, you know, having a good time in God. You know, that's why when I look back at those times, that's the feeling that I get.